Are you ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
We are doing a DDTKA. I think this is our third one. Third one. No, I don't know. It's either our third or it is. It's our third one.
Number 3.
I actually labeled it this time. So this is an exciting one because this is our very first DDTKA where we have no friends or family. It's all actual people.
Thanks, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have actual follower content today. I'm so excited.
Yay!
But how are you?
I'm tired. I need to replace my flower water.
Your flowers are dying.
Yeah, they're very sad. Those orange ones are really sad, but that's not what this is about. They've been dropping their petals since the first day.
Well, aren't those are poppies?
Yeah. And poppies,
heroin!
Yay! But they also, they heavily emphasize the stamen rather than, like, the petals and the flowers themselves.
What's a stamen?
The middle, like, all the pollen-y stuff. Anyway.
Sciencey, flowery stuff. Cool.
I like plants. Other than that, I'm tired.
Yeah, we're tired. But we have an exciting week ahead. You are going to Paradiso.
Mm-hmm.
I think when this airs, you will be leaving are you leaving on Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you will be leaving tomorrow on when this airs.
I'll be running around with a chicken with my head cut off.
You should take a lot of pictures so that people can see what you look like.
Oh, I take tons of pictures of Paradiso. And we're gonna take we're gonna go buy like a grocery store disposable camera like we did last year.
That's really cool.
And we still haven't.
I thought you were gonna try to get your Polaroid.
That's more for Base Canyon.
Okay.
Because for the Polaroid, we have to get the actual film from Costco, and we might not have that in the budget this year if we get a new tent, because we want to get that big tent.
The blackout tent.
Yeah.
So it's fun life stuff.
Yay. What's left with your life this next week other than editing and having fun with editing?
Nothing.
Taking care of my cats?
Yeah, taking care of your animals and recovering from this weekend because we are doing 5 episodes in 4 days. This is a big fucking weekend.
I totally forgot we were doing this today.
Doing this episode
Yes.
today? That's fine. It's fine. So we should just get started. And like I said, we have content that is just people, not Flynn, which is mostly who usually gives us our content.
Yay.
So the first one is really exciting. So we announced it on our last episode. We have a guest who's coming on the show at the end of the month, / the very first episode of July. And he is, his name is Mike, I want to say Pecci or Peachy. I'm going to have to ask him later how I pronounce his name.
He'll definitely tell us.
Yeah.
It looks like it should be Pecci.
It looks Italian. It's Pecci. And he actually reached out to me about watching his short film. And it's called 12 km or 12 kilometers. It is a Russian 80s sci-fi
It is literally movie. Everything I want packed into one little short film. I love it.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. So the IMDb information is set against a backdrop of 1980s Russia. A team of scientists and their drill crew have dug the deepest hole known to man. Dredged from the abyss is an entity that brings them face to face with their most terrifying fears. Okay, I had forgotten about that when I watched it, and I was like, why is all this stuff happening? And at the end, now it makes sense.
See, so I didn't read the IMDb before.
Me neither.
Like,
that's
seeing
why.
it, because I didn't know there was an IMDb about it. You were just like, hey, watch this. I was like, okay. But throughout, like, the whole thing, I was like, the slightest bit confused about like why this was even happening.
That's what I love. So I'm actually really starting to get into short films.
Yeah,
because
I saw that.
They more than the ones that we've seen. I don't think I've actually seen any more past the 3 that we've seen, but I want to. I have a bunch like queued up on our YouTube.
Yeah.
Because they are literally go. Like, just you start it and it goes. There's
Yeah.
no, like, real build-up. There's no anything. It's just kind of like a mind fuck 5 minutes.
Which is the big thing with, like, horror movies for me that make it a hit or miss, is how much build-up is there versus how much, like, actual substance.
Yeah. And, like, short films, it has to be all substance. Like, Lights Out. The movie Lights Out was based on a short film, which is terrifying. Flynn showed me the short film, and then, like, less than 6 months later, they're like, oh, by the way, we're making a movie.
Oh.
So, but yeah, so this one's called 12 km, 12 kilometers. I am not sure if it's available to watch anywhere but through the private link that we got. But if it comes out, I know that the guy is trying to make it into a feature film. Which
would be amazing.
Really cool. Yeah, he's actually, I don't know if he's in Los Angeles right now or if he's going to Los Angeles, I think next week. He said, I'm guessing to pimp out the film, but I don't know. I don't know him that well, but he's really cool. But I guess our thoughts on the film. You said you were a little confused.
I mean, that's the point, though.
Yeah.
For the short film, because they don't really explain a lot of why they're doing what they're doing, which is where the confusion comes from.
Yeah.
Because they just say it's this big impact. It's going to be this big thing.
Yeah.
But then when it happens, you're like, oh, why
I really want to talk
did you go
about
down
it
there
more.
in the first place? I know, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty confusing, but it's really done. It's really well done. Yeah. It was, when I watched it, I was expecting something else, and I don't know what else I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting something that high quality.
I definitely when I looked at the cover, I kind of expected something like what we got.
Okay.
But I didn't expect all of the like the tech and stuff that was put into it. Like I expected
like the equipment in the movie. Well, because it's based in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's different tech than we have now.
No, I mean more like I didn't expect like sound tech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because even in the description, it doesn't say that they're really dealing with tech, but it's really good.
It's really good. I really liked it a lot, and I am very much wanting more. I
hope they make it into a feature film. But yeah, that's something to look forward to. We're interviewing him. I don't know, my brain just stopped. We're interviewing him on the 28th of this month, but his episode will air on the 1st of July.
Which is also our book club day.
Yay!
Book of the month.
Book club. So we have another one. The next two are from the same person, but one's a story and one's a question. And I'll give these to Michaela because our very last one is very long.
I'm really sorry I'm nasally because I was working outside today. And I'm allergic to pollen.
Allergies are no joke.
Yeah, and I haven't taken a pill, so it's fine.
I thought you just took one.
No.
Oh, I thought that's what
I took my inhaler.
Oh, okay. I thought
because I was wheezy.
Whatever.
Because I can whistle through my lungs, or I can be a little nasally.
You can make your own music group.
Yeah.
The allergies.
It'd be sweet. Okay, so did Dan leave any info other than Dan?
Okay, so no, he just emailed us. Actually, he was like our first
email. Yeah.
He did say that he is from another podcast called Scene Invaders.
Okay.
So his name is Dan. I'm not sure if he left a last name. I'll have to check that. But it's Dan from Scene Invaders.
Cool. So Dan sent us a story that goes along with the fun question. The story is, there was this one time a few years back when I woke up and I could have sworn to see a woman with long black hair at the foot of my bed just staring at me. I could see it clear as could be. As soon as I got my phone and flashed the light on it, it was gone. But I still had the strange feeling that something was in my room. Needless to say, I didn't go back to sleep, and I felt weird being in that room until I eventually moved out. It was the weirdest / scariest moment I've ever experienced with a ghost, or whatever you want to call it.
That's actually interesting, because the sleep paralysis story that I have after the question has to do with a woman with long black hair.
That is very interesting. I'm going to start looking into women with long black hair. Are we sure it's not like some grudge thing?
Be aware, people.
Okay, scary. So then Dan asks, Is there ever a time you felt you saw a ghost? Is there anything like this you guys have experienced, or have I watched too many scary movies?
I mean, but yes.
Yeah, it's fine though. 'Cause
we've all seen too many scary movies.
Whew, my brain did not want to deal with reading a story. It was like, these words aren't English. Okay. So yeah, Dan's question. Do you want me to answer first? Do you want to answer first?
No, you can go.
Okay. So
we can pretty much just kind of chat. We don't even need to answer, really.
Just chat about it. So, have we seen a ghost or anything like this that we've experienced?
In short, no.
Yeah, not really. I did talk about in a previous episode that I have this like weird, overwhelming fear that every house I've ever lived in ever is haunted in some way. Mm-hmm. But it's only like either A, if I have to get up in the middle of the night, or B, if I can't sleep.
Are you kidding? I still, when I get to the edge of my bed, I still hop onto it if I'm less than 3 feet away. Like, I don't want no demons. Shit grabbing my foot.
Damn demons.
Thank you very much.
I know. Thankfully for our bed is tall enough that I kind of have to hop anyways. So
if you like running jump, they can't grab you as you're hopping on.
Pretty much. And the really reassuring thing for my bed is since we have Bo and he swipes at whatever he can, I'm like, oh sweet, it's the cat. It's fine. I'm gonna believe it's the cat.
Unless
and not humans can lick too, yeah. Okay. We're not playing this game. Humans can scratch too with their tiny human claws.
I mean, in this case, it would be demons can scratch too because they can.
Fucking demons.
Fuck you, demons.
God. But I do have, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's my friend Casey. Mm-hmm. She has been dealing with some weirdo stuff in her house. She's got this, I think it's Casey. She's got this German Shepherd that the dog's been like growling at stuff and acting very, very scared.
That's not good.
Yeah. And then I have another friend. Everyone else gets ghosts but me. I have another friend who she's been sending us videos of, sending me, not us, the podcast, me, videos of like these weird orbs that...
what are those called? It's just called a ghost orb, spirit orb, or angel orb.
Okay. So she sees these orbs, but she'll take videos of them as well, and people are like, oh, it's a trick of the light. Yeah. But it's like the orbs don't do what like light refraction and crap would do. Yeah. It's not like a lens flare. They move really, really weird. Oh. Yeah. So she's like, I think I'm fucking haunted. And I was like, oh, that's good. The cats don't care about the orbs apparently, so must be fine.
I mean, okay, so you said that only your friends get...
My mom got a ghost once, too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. My mom's friend had a ghost they believe was a little girl who just, like, wanted to be known. Nope. So there was a time she was telling me that, she was sitting with her friend in the living room. I think I might have told you this story once. Maybe.
It doesn't sound familiar, but keep talking.
Cool. So she was, sitting in the living room with her friend, and he had this, like, pile of logs next to his fireplace because it's the fucking 70s, 80s. Yeah. And like the very top log like hopped off.
Just by itself?
Yeah. While they were just sitting there talking.
Oh god. Yeah. That's terrifying. Well, no, I was going to say that, if you think that everyone else is getting ghosts, I just got my Ouija board.
Fuck. No. I told you you're not allowed to open that. Did you open it?
No. Well, okay, so it didn't come shrink wrapped. It only came...
Shrink wrap it.
It only came with those two, like, clear circular stickers.
Shrink wrap it.
And I was like, well, no. Flynn was like, what did he say? He said something like, we should just have, like, a Halloween party and then whip out the Ouija board without telling Michaela. And I'm like, okay, she wouldn't really be scared of this one. What's the one she'd be scared of is the one from the 60s from Sam's house.
No, that's not coming home. I cannot believe his mom has that thing. Which, Karen, if you're listening, burn it.
Just burn it. Well, no, because
wait, what is it? Surround it with, like, weird dead crows and salt? There was some weirdo story or something I heard. I don't remember what it was, but it was like...
Don't go murdering crows, people.
Don't murder crows, please. They're good, smart birds. But they like... I don't know where I heard this or if I imagined it or what. But somebody was talking about how they had a brand new house. Like, they just moved in and they found this weird, like, creepy attic thing. Maybe it was from a movie. But they, like... open one of those, it's like one of those weird, like, slanty, roof houses, like, where it's really slanty, and then there's a weird door that you can use for, like, extra storage and shit.
Oh, Sam's mom has one. Like, the breezeway? Whatever it's called.
So Sam's mom's got one in her house, but they were saying that when they opened it up, or... maybe I saw it in a movie. I don't fucking know anymore. It's in my brain. But they opened it up and there was like jars of dead birds everywhere. And there was like a Ouija board that like had salt and shit all over it. And I was like, no. No.
That's all bunches of nopes.
Yeah, fuck that. No. So if you, Karen, throw it away, far away, somewhere else, bury it. I don't care. Bury it alive. I don't care. Evil Dead.
Bury it alive. With some, like, God bush burning in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Or just get rid of it and don't ever tell your son about that stuff ever again.
Yeah, because he's being a dick about it.
Don't bring it over.
He really wants us to use it.
No, I don't want to use it. You can't use Ouija boards more than once.
Oh my god.
There's proper ways to do this stuff.
Yeah. But I have not seen a ghost either.
No friends, no family.
I mean, Paige is really my only... Okay, so that's not true. There's, I haven't seen a ghost, but I have, now that I'm thinking about it. I wrote the note saying I hadn't, but now that I'm thinking about it, when we were living in Los Angeles, the house, remember the cult house that I lived in?
Oh, yay!
There was always, like, really unusual noise settlings, like, even though the house was... made in the 80s, 70s, 80s. There were all these noises that I never really thought of them being house settling noises. And there was sometimes that, like, Teal would be out of the house, and then Flynn's parents would be gone somewhere, and then their upstairs was really poorly made.
Yeah.
So, like, we heard his mom stomping around, sound like fucking elephants walking upstairs. And then when they were gone, I would also start to hear, like, house settling noises, but then they would, like, move in a certain direction, and I was like, I'm just gonna ignore that and not go outside. And, like, every time we needed to, like, I don't know, get some water or get some food or something from the main house, I'd make Flynn go in because I was like, I'm not dealing with that bullshit. Unless Teal, even if Teal is home, I would still be like,
no.
But other than that, what did I say? I said, I see shapes, and sometimes I'll see things moving out of the corner of my eyes. Like, there's actually been this weird thing that's happened where, like, because our cat is black.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of black clothes that right now we have my winter boots just kind of sitting next to the island thing.
Yeah.
And I've been sitting on the couch, and sometimes I'll, like, see something move out of the corner of my eye that looks like Dahlia, but then I'll look over and it's just my boots, and I'm like, well... okay.
That's explainable.
That's explainable, but, like, I've been seeing it very regularly. Where something would move out of the corner of my eye and then disappear. And then it happens when Flynn's awake, and it also happens when Flynn's asleep, so... I don't know. I'm probably just going crazy. But no, we haven't really had any, like, terrifying experiences with goat.
My power just
seriously.
It's fine. We're gonna trust it.
As we're talking about ghosts, the lights are like,
this
we're
is
gonna
an
prove
episode
you
of
wrong.
Supernatural. Did I ever tell you about the time where we were spreading my great grandmother's ashes?
No.
So when I was younger, my great grandmother died. She turned 100 and she died about a week later.
I mean,
boss
cool.
lady. A couple of weeks later, we had our ashes spread in McCall, which is conveniently where all of my elder family is being spread.
Buried, yeah.
Yeah. So my great grandmother and great grandfather spread there, and then that's where they're spreading my great uncle's ashes as well.
Okay. It's like a family plot, kind of. Even though it's not like
they're
a burial.
spreading them into the river.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know. Anyway.
I don't like your family.
I do sometimes. It's sweet when you think about it, because like that was where they all like spent a lot of time as kids, and it's a cute little town. But anyway.
But no, I've always wanted like a place where we can bury our family. But I've never been in one solid place for longer than like a couple of years.
Yeah, the nice thing is that like my family's basically Idaho.
Yeah.
Sanctioned. One part lives in Alaska, one lives in California, and then we live out here in Washington. My aunt lives out here.
That sounds like us.
Yeah.
I have well, I don't have family. Well, maybe I do. My biological father was up in Alaska. I don't remember. Just go.
It's fine. But anyway, so when we were spreading my great grandmother's ashes, we saw this deer like come out. And we were like, oh, that's super cute. Like, how cool is that? And then, like, a little fawn came out. And my grandmother lost her shit. Because, so this was, like, the first time I had ever heard of it. But apparently, my great-grandmother had a stillborn son.
Oh.
And so my grandmother in her head, that was, like, her mom and her brother. Like, coming out. It was really cute.
Because she was, like, dying.
Well, because they just spread great-grandmother's ashes. So my great-grandmother and my would have been great-uncle, I guess is what it would be.
Sure.
Yeah. Coming out together while they were spreading. Because it happened right after they spread.
Oh.
Yeah. It was really cute.
I love that shit.
It was really cool.
How
my great-grandmother was,
How old were you?
14 or 15.
Oh, so you remember it.
I was dating an ex-boyfriend I just got broken up with. I got the phone call that same night. It was a really fucked up night. Because I was the only person awake. And so my grandmother was calling everybody. She's like, all right, well, I tried to call your mom, but your great-grandmother died in her sleep. It was really peaceful, but I just wanted to tell your mom, but she won't answer my call. And I was like, okay, I'll tell her in the morning. It was fucked up as like a 14, 15-year-old getting that call. Ugh. Terrible. But anyway, cute little pseudo reincarnation, pseudo perfect timing moment.
That's really sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry, Dan. No ghosts.
No ghosties. I wish, I don't know. I want to say that I wish, but then I also don't. I really don't.
I still do.
I
will deal with just like a chillin' spirit where I'm just like, hey, I'm trying to do shit. Will you go away for a sec? And they're like, okay, sick. Well, and not like a fucking poltergeist.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, poltergeists would be terrible. No, but that's why I want to go to like the haunted places in America. Yeah. Because I hope that we can have some sort of experience like that.
Those ghosts are so used to fucking people. They're just like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be fun though to experience something like that. We should do the whole Ghostbusters get up where we get like not EMPs. Is it EMP? EMFs, and then we do a spirit. Those spirit boxes and stuff. That would be fun.
I love spirit boxes. Ugh.
So, the story you just mentioned was about a woman with long black hair.
Yep.
And the next one is 2. So, in our was it the mythological creatures episode, we mentioned my succubus, and then we talked about the relation between that and
sleep paralysis.
Yeah, sleep paralysis, and woman, girl, person.
Hello.
One of our followers named Morgan Black on Instagram. She is at some cool username.
I still love that freaking username.
I know, it's so
good.
It's like, what am I gonna come up with? Some cool username.
I know, right? And she's like, sick, it's not taken.
But she reached out to us because she has sleep paralysis, or I guess had, and she told me a huge fucking story, which is fucking awesome. Amazing.
Love it.
And I guess I should just get started because it's really fucking creepy. There's actually like technically 3 parts to this, but the last part is the big one. So this started out with She was like, I'm sorry I'm bothering you. And I'm like,
You're not
You're never bothering
me.
us. If you have stories, if you have like articles and stuff, just fucking send them. We love you.
I love getting spammed with shit. Just spam me. It's fine.
Yes. Although, in the future, if you have long fucking stories, please email them. It's really hard to get a lot of information off of Instagram. Yeah. I had to literally like copy and paste every single message she sent.
Oh. Just
it's
like
fine.
Post screenshots now.
Yeah, I could do screenshots. But anyways, lesson learned. It's neat and tidy now.
Yay.
Okay, so she said, I just listened to your podcast that mentioned sleep paralysis. You asked what it's like, so mine's kind of weird. So when I was a kid, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and see this orb around my bed with faint colors, and I had a feeling that it could be a protective barrier. So like spirit orb, angel orb, whatever. That was the biggest experience she had as a kid. But then sometimes she said I'd wake up and see a roach on me. But there was a light on him, and all I wanted to do was to get it off, but I couldn't move, and it just crawled closer, moving anything but my eyes. But I'd see these ghostly forms floating around my room, and they would just go through the walls and come back, and I just close my eyes. But so those were her less scary experiences: the ghost, alien, floating orb things, and then the ghost cockroach
with the weird light.
With the weird light on it, which that sounds like something we should look into, because I want to know, like, this whole thing. I really want to do a whole episode on sleep paralysis because it's really fucking fascinating. But yeah, so this one that she said after was fucking terrifying. As she was saying it to me, I was like, holy fuck. It was it was a lot. So when I was 17, I think I woke up in the morning and couldn't move. I only moved my eyes, nothing else. Like I had a weight. Oh, I could only move my eyes and nothing else. Like I had a weight on every inch of my body. So I had this tall black chair near my bed with a white shirt and a a black shirt hanging on it. But I could just barely see it out of the corner of my eye. I don't know why, but I thought it was my mom. She had long dark hair, so I started to calm down. Like, cool, she'll wake me up, right? Not so much. But I couldn't talk, and it was hard to breathe, so I was trying to get a word out, but when it didn't look like my mom anymore, it looked like a shriveled up woman, but I could only see her white dress, shirt thing, and her black hair. Fucking, that would be so goddamn terrifying.
Ugh, can't deal with that.
So she talks about later that's why when you said the ghost lady in the story, the dance story, I was like, that's really fucking weird. I wonder if he had sleep paralysis.
Maybe.
And because he sent this before we did that episode, or before we aired that episode.
Maybe we can email him.
Yeah, I'm going to email him.
Hey, weird question. Did you have sleep paralysis?
I'm sure he'll listen and mention, but yes, I will email him. So after she saw this thing, she thought someone broke into the house, and I thought someone broke into the house, and all I could think was, okay, gotta get up and get my family out of the house. So I tried really hard to move, and I really hurt my neck doing this. But then, keep in mind, this is all in my peripheral vision, so I can't see detail. But she leaned right to my face and screamed bloody murder. I have never heard such an awful scream in my life, and it was ear-piercing loud, like standing by a train. Holy fuck.
Damn, trauma.
That's
traumatizing.
Like, I've never been one to, like, pee myself from a scary experience, but I feel like if I had sleep paralysis and something like that happened, I would just wet myself.
Oh,
because, like, just...
There's nothing else you can do.
No, because you couldn't move, and then your whole body would just, like, be like, nope.
Ugh.
Release everything.
Ugh.
But that's fucking terrifying. So... when she tried to turn her head, her muscles were so tight that it hurt her neck, because she was just trying to move her head over just an inch to, like, I don't either
get a
see
better look,
or
maybe.
but it was impossible. And then after this happened, she saw the man with the hat.
I talk about him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She saw the man with the hat and the coat.
I've heard he's a chill dude.
Well.
Oh, no. Please don't be mean.
So, she said, and this is way back before I had even heard of it, so it scared the hell out of me when I heard he's like a visitor of sleep paralysis, so I didn't care about the woman, just that there's this shadowy man in my doorway, and there was a decent light in the room, so I knew it wasn't a shadow. I couldn't move anything else, and tried to look him in the eyes, because I had to get him out of the house now, but I couldn't move. And what really bugged me was that he was holding on the door frame like he wanted me to know that he wasn't leaving. That's fucking terrifying. Like, I wish that she had... I kind of want to know more about this. Like, after she saw him, like, clinging to the doorway. And also, what the fuck happened after the woman screamed in your face?
Yeah, right?
Just, like, was he a protector? Is that what the tall man...
So, The man with the hat has been described as a watcher.
Okay.
Just somebody who's there. He's not benevolent. He's not rude. He doesn't really do anything scary. He
according
just
to
hangs
lore.
Out. Well, according to lore.
Okay.
According to people who have actually seen him.
Okay.
But it is always a peripheral thing. They never actually can get a head-on look at him.
Yeah.
But he's always described as somebody who's just looking over you, who's just watching, but he's always in a doorway.
So I wonder if he showed up for her in her mind or whatever happens in sleep paralysis because of the woman.
Maybe. She should describe the hat man to me.
Yeah.
I like that man with the hat.
She will.
Yes.
She will listen to this and then immediately message us.
Hello, man with the hat.
So we want to know what happened after the woman with the hair. Did that guy show up immediately upon
or did you
woman,
just notice him after,
or did it happen like right after? And then describe the hat man,
because like, from what I've heard, he's I can't describe the hat properly, but it's the brimmed hats that are like not quite cowboy but not quite fedora. They're like that weird medium brim in the middle.
The bowler hat?
No.
Oh,
because they have the curves.
Because I'm just seeing the crooked man.
No, yeah, the man with the hat's not the crooked man.
Okay,
I think the crooked man is inspired by the man in the hat.
Probably,
but he's
definitely
not scary. He's scary to anybody who doesn't know him.
Mm-hmm.
But like from everybody who's ever experienced him or talked about him, he just like chills there and watches. But. Yeah, he's described as having that weird medium brim hat, and then sometimes like with a long cloak that could be like a trench coat. Yeah. That's
really cool. But yeah, so we want to know that information. But after she said that, she said, I haven't had that many more. She said once she got into horror movies, she doesn't have them all that much.
Huh. I thought it'd be the opposite.
Well, she says that she has sleep paralysis, like she can't move, but she doesn't see anything scary.
That's really interesting.
It is very strange.
You would think your subconscious would come up with different things to freak you out.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. And she said, sorry, that was super long, but I remember every detail, and it's awful when all you want to do is scream and grab your family, but you can't do anything but lay there. You can't even protect yourself. Pee on yourself. That's just...
Yeah, just
that's
pee.
What, that's what...
The pee will confuse them. Yeah, they'll go away.
It'll be a deterrent. They'll just see it go, what the fuck?
I know, me and my friend Julia yesterday, you know Julia, she listens to us. We were talking yesterday about, like, if you can run into freaky people who want to hurt you and like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Amazon.
Just pee on yourself.
No, we were saying just fart in their face and run.
What is that thing? Okay, we're going to do a whole fart talk right now. What is that thing that guys do most of the time where they like fart in their hand and then like blow it in your face?
I've never had Sam do that, so I don't know. All I know is the one where they fart under the covers and then they like secure your head under the covers.
Yeah, my ex used to do that to me.
If Sam ever did that to me, I'd probably kill him.
It was not.
On the spot.
It was not pleasant.
No. I don't even do that shit to him, so it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, but that's not saying that women don't have really bad farts.
Oh, no, I have awful farts. If anyone wants to know anybody about me, what am I? If anybody wants to know anything about me, it's I'm lactose intolerant. I still love dairy.
So your farts are wicked.
Yeah. It's fine.
Oh man,
Good morning, guys.
see, if we started labeling our episodes about like the things we talked about, similar to "And That's Why We Drink,"
Yeah.
what the fuck would we name this one? Farts
And
Pee
ghosts.
on yourself and farts. Wow. Okay, so this is a whole side of us that you've never seen. Well, you're never gonna not see.
Oh my gosh, she
here.
sent you the tooth thing? Oh,
Yeah, from
bless.
Creepypasta.
Love
or
it.
for Channel Zero. Fucking, that's what got me into that. That was the first anthology series. I actually didn't watch it. I watched the first couple of episodes up till I saw him, and then I was like,
nope,
I'm good. I am good.
I'm done.
Turns out like he's made up a bunch of like children's teeth.
Yeah,
like,
he's creepy. Ugh.
That's all yours. They have it on I'm not sure if it's on Hulu. I'm not even sure if it's on any streaming service except for Sci-Fi.
Ugh.
But I think you would like it.
Streaming.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to like, hey, maybe I should email Sci-Fi.
Ooh,
like, affiliate program. Although,
they used to have a little horror thing they were doing, so like they used to do late night horror. Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, they still have a bunch of the horror stuff up on their application.
Wow.
I just aged myself.
Damn.
Their app.
Damn.
So that's amazing. We got a lot of really good content today. So I guess I'll go back over it. We had the 12 kilometers, Mike Pecci, Peachy, whatever
Mike.
the fuck.
Sorry, Mike.
And his short film, and we will talk about all that at a later date. We're gonna have him on the show, and it's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited. I'm really happy that people are if you have short films you want us to watch and like review on these episodes, please. We love watching short films now.
Yeah, right? They're so great.
And then we had the cool ghost story, ghost questions, which in a nutshell, we have not, unfortunately.
So sad.
But if you have your ghost stories, please send those to us because we love them.
Love it.
And then Morgan Black at some cool username, she told us all about her experiences, which we want to know more. So, I mean, we feel like needy little... We're like the needy girlfriends.
I know.
Like, give us everything.
Please tell me.
So our next episode is really cool. So I'm actually going to go over some of the news that we've had floating around in space, the interspace, over the last week or so. We also announced a lot of this stuff on our last episode. So there's a lot. I don't think I need to go over all of it this time. But anyways, we're starting a book club, and it's up and running already. Go to goodreads.com and just search for RAHM Podcast Book Club. And
I think I had to look up RAHM Book Club to find us.
Actually, there's a person in our comments. He just sent me the link, and it was just RAHM Podcast Book Club.
Okay, good.
And there there's an area you can search for book clubs.
Yeah, let me pull up my groups.
Have we gotten any more members?
I don't know. This is my personal account right now.
Oh, but you're part of the group, so you can...
Yeah, RAHM Podcast Book Club. We have 3 members, including myself.
So we have 1 technical member as of right now.
Thanks, bud.
Go join that, because it's going to be really fun. It's just a little fun side project we have. It's not entirely serious, but it will kind of play along with any kind of themes that we have or whatever. So next month, like we've said in the last episode, is Stephen King month because of Castle Rock, which premieres at the end of the month.
Yes.
July 25th. Yes.
Something like that.
And then at the end of the month, we're going to do our very first like movie director producer festival. And we're going to do King Fest, which is fucking amazing. So, the first book of the month is going to be a Stephen King book. We just don't know which one yet.
I have a pretty good idea. Listen, this whole thing is just a ploy to help me reach my 40 books this year.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And then we'll have the book of the month, and then once it starts going, we'll do book of the month, and then the following month, there can be like a whole discussion about the previous book of the month and so on and so forth. And then if you guys want to like post what Stephen King books you're reading along the month, or if you want to just post whatever fucking weird books you're reading.
Yeah, pretty much anybody that's in the group can post the
everything
topics that we talk about. So if in the middle of the month while we're reading the book you want to discuss what's happening so far versus what you're reading, and if you're like, okay, well, if you haven't read up to chapter 13, don't read this.
Yeah.
You can also post the different topics that you want to talk about, and then whoever's weighed in obviously is around the same page that you are.
Yeah.
And then that way we can just keep a constant flow of communication going too.
Yeah. But it doesn't have to be based on the theme. You can talk about
whatever you want to, but it was me just saying you can post your own topics.
Yeah.
And then we'll weigh in.
We'll probably, I think we talked about this in the last episode, but we'll probably have a monthly theme all the time, I think, but specifically next month is Stephen
we
King.
Talked about having different themes like vampires, or ghosts, or true crime, or Stephen King. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
It's just a big fun thing. I have not even started to prepare for any of the Stephen King content that we have prepared. Like, we have to plan Stephen King Fest. We have to do like a countdown of the movies to Stephen King Fest. We have to do all this stuff.
I can actually catch up on all the Stephen King I've missed.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Catch up. Are we gonna throw Gunslinger in there?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna be all books, but Dark. Did you like that movie?
I love that movie because I love those books. So I can understand why people don't like it, because the movie starts after the series ends.
Yeah, but that whole thing, the Dark Tower, is a lot. If you aren't caught up on that, it is hard.
It is. Read the series. But, okay, read the series if you've already seen the movie. Read the series with the understanding that the gunslinger goes all over again. Yeah. Because that's where the movie starts. So if you haven't read the series, you've gone past what the books do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just going to do a bunch of Stephen King stuff. July is Stephen King month. I'll do a bunch of stuff on social media. Michaela will be running our book club and discussing things, and I'll actually start reading.
Yay!
This is an excuse for you to start reading
with us.
No, doing your
my 40. You're talking to me, not them.
For Michaela to do her 40 per year in the year or whatever the
just fuck. This year.
Yeah.
If I don't make it, I'm gonna have to lower my goal.
And then it'll be an excuse for me to just fucking read. The last time I read a book, I think the last book I fully read was Heart Shaped Box.
Damn.
And that was not when it came out. It was like, when was that? I think it was 2014. So 4 years ago was the last time I truly read a book.
I don't remember when I read this, but like, I think it was like a month ago or so, one of my friends posted that Stephen King had read like 30 books already, and I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that's what he does.
He's literally a master.
He's a fucking genius. Okay, well, we've talked about this for a long fucking time. We're going to be talking about it for
ever
a while.
Because he also just released a new book,
The Outsider. Mm-hmm. I really want to read it. I love the art on the book.
I saw it at half price, and I was like, he already released a new book, and they're like, yeah, it's Stephen King. I was like, I know, but oh my god.
I'm actually a really big fan of his son, Joe Hill.
Yeah.
I fucking love I was obsessed with horns.
I didn't realize Joe Hill was his son.
Yeah.
Until like Sam looked at the back and he's like, I think that's Stephen King's son. And I was like, I think so too.
Yeah, well, he changed his name because he didn't want to...
He didn't want to be associated so closely with King because he wanted people to take his work outside of his father's work.
Super serial.
Yep.
Okay, and then, like I said, we have the guest episode coming later this month. At the same time, we announced the Book of the Month Club. And then we have... What else? I wanted to do a secondary shout out to the Gore Score podcast. And... God, I had so much listed on our last episode. Again, if we come up with news, we'll just say it as we go. But yeah, our next episode is really, really fucking awesome. Because
my god. Sorry.
What?
Stephen King reads about 80 books a year.
Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense.
I know it makes sense, but oh my god.
He's a
master.
God. Okay.
He's a true master.
So our next episode is really fucking exciting because today for us is Sunday. This comes out on Wednesday. So we are seeing Hereditary tomorrow.
Oh God, I tell you, my friend's seen that already.
Everyone's fucking. I'm so mad that everyone's seen it. I'm like, ugh. Anyways, so we're seeing it with my friend Paige tomorrow, and then we're going to immediately come home and do a very special podcast Black Cat Club episode, and then we're also going to do a. Just say what you want to say.
Did you see that one of the actors thinks he's got PTSD from the movie?
Yes, I did. I did see
God.
that.
Oh, I don't have the emotional energy for this.
Well, it's 2 fucking hours of emotional torture, so we're in for a ride.
2 hours and 6 minutes.
But the next episode that we want to do is all about movies that really fucked us up. It doesn't even have to be horror. If any regular ass fucking movies we saw, which I name a couple.
Homeward Bound.
Yeah, right? Okay, so put that in there because it fucked me up too. So we're just gonna talk about our traumatic movies, and that'll be a really fun time.
Damn, The Fox and the Hound.
Oh my god.
Damn.
So see, okay, you're coming up with it now. You can actually do your notes.
Animal movies.
Any animal movies, any fucking Disney movie.
Can I just talk about my traumatic dreams instead? I got a lot more of those.
No,
I had a really bad one last night.
We'll do dreams on a different episode, and you can tell me about that after we stop recording right now. So I'm gonna repeat this because since we're still getting content. No, not still. We are finally getting content in from actual people.
Yay!
But we want more, and we love what we've gotten so far. So just in case you haven't listened to our other ones, the stuff we want to get on the episode is creepy, scary stories from you or a friend. Any weird fucking articles that you have ever read, like X-Files shit.
Send me creepypastas.
Yeah, send Michaela creepypastas. She loves that shit. I'm not so much into the creepypastas.
It's because you don't like reading.
I'll watch them when they come out into the movies. Slender Man. That's a perfect example.
Oh yeah, is that out?
No, it is not. No, I'm so fucking pissed. I thought Marble
Hornets was out.
Marble Hornets is. That's always watching. That's on Hulu right now.
But not the Slender Man movie.
There is a Slender Man movie coming out, and they are stalling it because the fucking production company is shopping it around to other fucking companies. So originally it was slated to come out at like the beginning or end of August or beginning of September.
Yeah.
And in their contract it says that they can choose to go to a different company at any time. So now they're looking at like Amazon and Netflix, and I'm like, please don't, because that means that's kind of smart sucks.
Though. I mean, it sucks that it's going to go like straight to streaming if they do go to Amazon or Netflix or Hulu.
But when they do that, it usually means the movie sucks. There's been 2 movies over the past year that one of them's still not released, and that is Polaroid, where she takes Polaroids and the people die who she takes a picture of. And that has been in works for like almost 3 years now.
Jesus Christ.
And there was another one that just came out, the Amityville Awakening.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Yeah, that movie came out like last year. I think it is. But it came out like last year. But it is like a 5-year-old movie.
Oh my God.
Because it took so fucking long. And I'm like, I'm always worried whenever someone's like, okay, we're going to release it on this date. And then like 2 months beforehand, they're like, never mind. We're going to like announce it when it's actually ready. So send us stories, creepypastas, articles, movies you want us to watch for our Watch Along Wednesdays.
Yes.
And movies you want us to just watch and review, short films. Same goes for TV shows. If you have,
I'll watch the shit out of TV shows.
If you have any theme ideas, because we have, I think at this point we have at least 100 just Jesus in queue. Christ. So we're good, but we want you guys to like
be able to weigh in.
Yeah,
you know, make it more of an interactive experience.
We really love the fact that it's starting to be interactive, and we want it to keep going.
Yes.
So any of that stuff. You can contact us on social media. You can email it to us at rainbowsandhorrormovies@gmail.com. But I'll do my exits now so I don't jump ahead of the gun.
Jump the gun?
There's the proper lingo. So our exits are, you can find our bonus episodes from our Black Cat Club on patreon.com/RAHM Podcast. And if you listen to our last episode, I talk about how we're not really doing blogs anymore because I am full steam working on everything our website.
Else.
Yeah, everything else and our website. And so the blog type things are going to be on the website. But yeah, so we're still gonna post content like lists of movies that we talk about in our podcast and stuff. So patreon.com/RAHM podcast. You can find us on social media at RAHM podcast. Contact us via social media or via email. If you have a long story, please email us at rainbowsandhorrormovies@gmail.com. And if you want to contact either of us separately, you can find me on Instagram at BKDub. And if you want to contact Michaela or just look at her pretty pictures of her cats and her rave outfits.
I mean, I won't post all my Paradiso stuff until after Paradiso. So just keep that in mind.
Either way.
Because I don't have data at the Gorge. Because I turn off my data so I can secure my phone battery.
Makes sense.
And not fuck up my shared data plan.
But hers is at Interstellar Camper.
Also, K is 2 Ys.
Yeah, VKDub is KAYYDUB. DUB. Okay, this was fun.
This was fun.
More content.
Woo!
Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.